What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm actually really excited to show this war video because this war video went so well. So we have brought Human Torch, Void, and Dr. Doom. Human Torch is basically gonna run this lane like it's butter, man. He literally melted like every fight he took. So very first fight, he got Sinister. So this is a pretty straightforward fight, just medium, light, medium. I don't even really have to. I don't even have to like knock him down all that much. I just gotta make sure that when he gets to an SP1 that I have a good amount of incinerates on him. The other thing I tried whenever I could is measure the amount of limbo they have, whether it's just 1 point or 5 points, and you can tell that by doing medium, light, medium. So if they do not have limber maxed, then you'll be able to hit all 3 hits right before the stun wears off. So that's something I tried to gauge in some war fights. In some doesn't matter as much, but if you're like using Torch where you want that stun, then yeah, you gotta look out for that. Alright, so gonna throw in my SP3, which I noticed does not count as a knockdown, so this is not gonna actually activate the Fury, as you can see on the left. But yeah, we have a decent amount of smolders, so that's gonna raise our damage up by a lot. So as you can see, there we just block the SP1. Here and there we'll block or parry it, but for the most part, yeah, we're just trying to get in as much damage as possible. I noticed that, so in sometimes in the fight, I'll extend the combo past medium, light, medium because of how the node works. So once that Fury is removed, then I have to really watch out, because once it ends, that means that all the debuffs will be removed from the defender. So if I have a stun and I'm about to hit him and it wears off, then I gotta really watch out for that. Basically play it safe. Because I've gotten caught off guard where the Fury wears off and the stun is still there, and then he just hits me back. Okay, so next fight, I was really contemplating using Void, but after thinking about it later, I was like, man, we could actually treat this like the Abyss of Legends Darkhawk. And that's literally what we did. So very start of the fight, it's going to be really slow. Plus this guy also has heavy hitter. So I know initially a lot of people were thinking that, wow, this fight's going to really suck. And I think it would. However, I think even if they left it with the 90% damage reduction, I think I would have been fine, honestly. But yeah, so we go in, we're just trying to get him to throw his SP1s. That way he can build our smolders up. So we basically get 3 hits in, or he hits into our block 3 times, and that's when we dash out. So take 3 blocked hits, dash back. Okay, just 1 more SP1, and what we're gonna do now is heavy him and then SP3. So notice he's at 73% health, and we're about a minute into the fight, I believe, but he literally goes down in like 10 seconds after this SP3. So that does about 4% damage. So check it out. Yeah, so he has 69% health. He has which is 7 incinerates and 5 power stings. He's about to throw his SP2. Gets the regen, it gets reversed. And so he still has a couple incinerates. I go for a heavy. He's going to reverse his regen again and deal a good amount of damage. So he goes down so fast, it was really insane. From like 75% health all the way down to 0 in like 15 seconds. It was insane. Alright, so next fight is actually this Dr. Doom. And this Dr. Doom, man, oh my god. So I'm not sure if you guys have experienced this. It's been pissing me off lately, more and more every time too, where you have a fight and you're thinking, okay, we're good, we're chilling, and then the defender for some goddamn reason, walks it in, like just lowers his guard and just, you know how like when you lower your guard, you will just walk towards the opponent. So he walks it in, and then light attack and catches me. I even though I saw it coming, there was just no way I could react fast enough unless I just preemptively parried or blocked, knowing that he was coming in. But as far as reaction time, there was just no way I could do it faster. So yeah, it's right there, and the dude, oh my god, that triggered me. So he goes for a medium, I dash back, he walks it in and light attack. And because of the way that attacks work, it actually pushes him a little forward. So he was out of range, but yeah, because of the way that attacks work, it actually does push you forward a little bit, where otherwise I would have been fine. So yeah, I got hit with the 4-hit combo there. I believe we do get hit one more time in this fight. But yeah, otherwise we did pretty fine. I believe we got actually hit with an SP1, the tail end of the SP1, since it has 3 hits. Now this fight isn't too bad. The only thing is that because his SP1 is unblockable and you want to mitigate as much damage as possible, you do activate the global mode a lot. So got hit there again. Now I'm just trying to not activate that aura, and I do anyways. As you can see, I get my dex nullified, and I'm just trying to. I was trying there not to have him heavy, because you guys know that if you have a shock on you, Doom starts going for heavies all the time. Alright, so that fight went pretty well, aside from the fact where I got triggered and yeah, he just walked it in and light attack. Alright, so this fight is gonna be Human Torch on Human Torch action. Wink wink. So I'm gonna activate my pre-fight. I'm gonna heal up as well, just in case. I don't think there should be any trouble with this fight. I went ahead and dueled. I went ahead and went into the event quest to try on the Flame On versus Human Torch Defender, just to make sure that I had the interaction in my mind and like really ingrained. And so yeah, so once I got enough smolers on him, then he would reflect them back on me. So every time I do a combo, I actually gain them back, if that makes sense. Or every every combo hit that I do, I'm gonna get smoldered. So it your damage it goes up infinitely. Dodge the SP1, which Doggy Doo Doo West was like saying like, hey dude, like what happened, bro? Like, why are you getting hit with all these SP1 Human Torches? Dude, like I had Legacy hit me up, and he told me, yeah dude, like I don't know what it is about Void's dash back, but he can't. I was having a hard time dodging his SP1 as well. So it's not just me, and that makes me feel a lot better, because I thought I was just dog at the game, which I am. But yeah, dude, like dodging Void or Human Torch's SP1's Void is like damn near impossible. I swear. I was having so much trouble when we fought for Loki, and I had no idea why, because normally that evade, it really isn't that tough. And yeah, Human Torch melted. Like that fight was insane. That was so awesome. Okay, so next we actually have Nova. And this fight is actually not too bad. Again, guys, if you're running Dr. Doom on this, don't even worry about the freaking, like, don't worry about the global. Well, you kind of do, but I mean, like, yeah, don't pay too much attention. Just like block a hit and then throw your SP3s. Don't like care about the intercept. Like with 5 minutes, you don't even have to worry about this. About having to intercept him. Just SP3 and then SP2, and you're big chilling. Alright, so throwing our SP3 in now. This is a rank 4 Nova, so this like I'm using a 6-star rank 3, and yeah, this is a 5-star rank 4. So the damage that it is gonna be like there's gonna be like a little bit of discrepancy. Like he stood no chance, but yeah, going in for another SP3, and I believe we do end up going for an SP2 towards the end. But yeah, this fight was pretty easy. considering he was a rank 4 and I was using 6-star rank 3, so we were just doing an insane amount of damage. There we go, SP1, and actually takes him out, so we didn't even have to use the SP2. So yeah, that fight was pretty easy. It's just a Doom cycle. Like, if you've done Abyss of Legends, then you already know the cycle. Alright, next up is actually a whole Ragnarok, but we actually don't end up taking this fight because of Redoubled Determination, where we don't really want to use class disadvantage, and Doom and Human Torch are both pretty bad matchups because of the node. Now, at this point in the war, it was, I want to say, like 1 o'clock in the morning or so, maybe 2 o'clock, so we're like 12 hours into the war, and we see the opponents, they're not really caring, I guess. And friggin' doggy doo Western. So Western is a guy in my battle group. He just joined up. He's a good player, but he's still doggy doo doo. He told me, "Hey, dude, like, are you taking this Arcus?" And I'm like, "It doesn't look like a good fight." And though Dr. Doom generally owns Arcus, and not with return policy. With return policy, this fight is, it's not impossible, but it's gonna be really tough. So as you can see, so the way the node works, every time you nullify a buff, he gains 40% of a bar of power. So if you nullify him 3 times, which his SP1 does, he gets a full bar of power. And so that first SP3 did 30% of my health. I go in for an SP3 right now, and so I heal up back to 79% because of the adrenaline mechanic. And I don't get hit again until later in the fight. So, going for an SP3, he's stunned, medium, medium, light, 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 medium, medium, get back to an SP3, and then continue the combo again. So I was thinking, okay, we're cool. We just gotta keep cycling it like this. But the thing is that his aura isn't guaranteed nullifies, and you really need to get that power gain going. So medium, medium, light, 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 medium, medium, and he throws his SP3 immediately. And because of the rage node, so he had 5 rages, or fury nodes. Yeah, this SP3 hit really hard. Did like 80% of my health, which normally I could survive this fight, or an SP3. And then West says I suck, and then he goes ahead and dies. I don't know how many times he died to this Dr. Doom, but we do end up going into this Dr. Doom. He's about just under 50% health. I'm not gonna heal up Void. Again, like, the deaths don't really matter anymore. We had already won the war at this point in time, and dude, I played out of my mind on this fight. We did really, really well in this fight. So we're going with Void, and I just didn't realize how many times you dodge in a fight where you also need to parry or block. I feel like in order for this node to be not to be so cumbersome, they need to make it so that the attacker tactic is even stronger on the final boss. So as you can see here, very often I actually purposely went for the parry or block hits, and you'll see that. So the thing about this fight is that because of the SP1 being unblockable, and you want to mitigate as much damage as possible, because Doom does have block penetration. Yeah, just he's unblockable, or he gets that indestructible very, very often. And then if he has the aura, you really want to watch out with the shock, because yeah, if he heavies, then he can catch you. But yeah, overall we did play really well. It just, as you can see, I'm getting really low on health, and that's all to block hit. I have not gotten hit a single time, and this Doom is actually melting, but again, the block penetration is really getting to me. Plus, not to mention the fact that sometimes he just goes indestructible, which counters, voids all his debuffs. So evade the first, take a hit, take one more hit, and then evade the rest of it. And so now he's indestructible again. And I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, I need to do something. So he has indestructible again. Luckily we didn't dodge again. And we're just gonna let him melt. Go in SP1, and then we're basically just play around here. And try not to get hit. Or try not to bait an SP1. And we just wait it out. He's melting, melting, melting. And then he gets Fear of the Void. So now we have to hit him and get in a couple hits and take him down. So we played really well there. The thing about the global is because it stops all damaging sources, it kind of neuters, avoids damage a lot. I feel like they need to increase the bonus on the attacker tactic on the boss node, because otherwise it's too much block damage. I could have gone the whole fight just intercepting if I played out of my mind, but yeah, because of the indestructible, that's not really feasible. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. I think I played really well. Take care.